Hello everybody, welcome to Dackman Productions and welcome to Conrail. Today we're going to talk about the Atlas O Trinity 5161 Conrail covered hopper. I'm just now getting around to doing this video because this hopper car actually came out earlier this summer, midsummer. And I got it from Mr. Muffins and we're going to talk about it. So I pre-ordered this from Mr. Muffins 2 years ago. And I almost gave up hope. It's been 2 years since I pre-ordered this. And it's been that long since Atlas O has even produced their Trinity 5161 covered hopper. And finally got a call this midsummer. Hey, it's in. And like I said, I'm just now getting around to doing a video. One thing I would like to talk about before we get started on the review of this is I'm sure people wonder why I buy a lot of stuff from Mr. Muffins. And that answer's pretty easy. You know, most of your hobby shops are in like a couple dollars of each other's, basically. So, you know, everybody wants to support their local hobby shop and just buy it from there. But for me, you know, I get busy. I actually work as a diesel mechanic, so sometimes I don't have time to do certain things. Mr. Muffins makes it easy. In other words, I pre-ordered this 2 years ago. Almost forgot about it. Actually gave up on it. And then surprisingly, you know, the pre-orders cost you $0. Nothing down at all. And then once he contacts you by email, hey, your item's in, and he sends you an invoice. Here's your invoice. Please make a payment. So if you can't afford to buy things all at the same time, like me in certain circumstances, you don't even have to call the store. You go to checkout online, and he has a spot where you can pick out something called lay-by. Sort of like a layaway plan. And you don't even have to contact the store for all this. So you click on lay-by, and then you get to pick your payment plan, you know. And depending on what it is, you know, whether it's the locomotive or you order a bunch of cars of how much your payment plan is going to be. I set mine up through PayPal. Once I set it up through PayPal for however many payments, you know, like let's say it takes 3 payments, so that's 3 months. So he takes 1 payment each month. At the last payment, you don't even have to call the store. The last payment sends him a message, hey, these items are paid for, go ahead and send it to me. So it's like no contact, don't have to be there in person, don't have to drive there, don't have to call up, hey, I want to put $20 down today, or $50, or $100, or whatever have you. Once I click lay-by and set up PayPal, comes out of PayPal automatically every month until the items are paid for. And then he ships it to me. Once again, I don't have to, hey, alright, I paid for everything, can you send it to me? Nope, he's all streamlined. So that's one of the advantages that he has over multiple hobby shops, and I find that really convenient. Alright, so we're going to take this out of the box. I'm kind of excited to review this. I'm sure there's other channels that's already reviewed this, but I like to do my own review, my own spin of it, and my own opinion of things anyway, even though other channels may have done a review on the same exact thing. Everybody's got their own opinion about things and how they like it in their reviews. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, I took the Atlas O Master Line Trinity 5161 Conrail covered hopper out of the box. We're going to take a closer look at it. First, a little bit about the hopper car itself. The Atlas O Trinity 5161 just means, or stands for, the amount of cubic feet that this hopper is capable of carrying. So the 5161 relates to 5,161 cubic foot covered hopper. These hoppers had a see-through sill covered hopper. It was available for various dry bulk commodities. They were also available with multiple gate operations, interior lining, and other options to meet individual shipper requirements. Trinity Rail is a manufacturer. They manufacture auto racks, they manufacture tank cars, and also covered hoppers. Trinity Rail has been a leader in manufacturing of covered hoppers, and they offer a complete portfolio of different types of covered hoppers and a integrated platform of railcar products and services to enhance the transportation efficiencies. The Trinity Rail hoppers are designed to serve a wide variety of industries. Their complete line of covered hopper products line brings value to their customers by serving a number of key markets, including grains, fertilizers, petrochemicals, cement, sand, and others. Trinity Rail covered hoppers also has one of the industry's top performing outlet gates. The EDSCO Pro Series provides everything you need to deliver your product time and time again. Now, I'm sure the first question everybody has, did Conrail really have Trinity hoppers? And that answer would be no. This is a total fantasy paint scheme, which Atlas has not been known to do in the past. They try to stick with prototypical stuff, but now they're getting into doing some fantasy stuff recently in the last year, a couple years. However, I do want to point out the Conrail road number that you see there. This Conrail road number really does exist. However, it was used on a flex flow hopper and not a Trinity Rail hopper. So that's what Atlas O did. They used the Conrail flex flow hopper road numbers. As with any other past Atlas O products, the details just blows you away. I mean, you just can't get better details than Atlas O, as far as my opinion is about the Atlas altogether. The Master line being their top of line series with super fine graphics, super fine details, which we'll look at here in a minute. Also, that in that same token, it makes them super fragile. So my suggestion is put it on the layout and leave it alone. What I do is I'll have the Atlas O out when it's just me running trains. When I have guests over, I'll put them away and put MTH on the tracks. Sort of like putting away the fine china and serving the guests with paper plates. I like to save the fine china for my own use. Alright, so I guess I like cracking myself up. But let's take a look at the colors first. I really like what Atlas O did. I mean, since this is totally fantasy anyway, why not make it look fancy looking? So we take a look at the top of this hopper car here, and you'll notice they painted the hatches silver and they painted the walkway silver. It sort of like offsets the brown quite a bit, and I really love the yellow grab handles. So I really liked that they didn't paint the silver, they painted it yellow instead. And this sill plate, step plate over the coupler is also silver. They did a wonderful job. Would Conrail have done this if they were still around? Probably not. It would have been all brown, but I think it offsets the car quite nicely. And I think if they would have done it all brown, it would have looked blah. So, yeah. If you're going to do fantasy, you might as well make it fancy, right? And let's take a look at some of these small little graphics. I mean, look at that. Look at that fine print. And then you get all the fine print details a lot of manufacturers leave off, because all this detail, I mean, it takes a lot to do this. And to make it that clear is so wonderful. You can see the plate lettering, and as you can see, the load weight. The graphics are quite really nice. Let's bring the car down this way a little bit, and we'll get in here. So once again, they did a nice job, and they even did the graphics on the bottom chutes. I mean, that is just cool. And while we're here, we'll take a look at the details underneath of the car. As with all the Atlas O Master Series, it comes with die-cast trucks, rotating wheel bearing cap, wheels. It's hard to catch it, but actual springs in there. Look at the details on the steps. Look at the detail on that see-through grating up top, or the see-through walkway. They did a fantastic job. Yes, these hatches actually open. I would highly recommend not doing it. They are very fragile and can be very finicky opening. If you want to open them to model it being in a grain facility, go ahead and open them carefully and leave them. Don't keep opening and closing them. Just a tip. Take a look at that detail of the air tank and the airlines inside there. It's very hard to see the way they made this, but the fine detail is there. And even the very small lettering in between the ladder. On other manufacturers' trains, you wouldn't get all that super fine print detailing. And of course, you got the airline on the coupler. These are available in 2-rail as well, for those who are 2-rail. Just a great model. So there you go. The Atlas O Masterline 5161 Conrail Trinity covered hopper. Conrail was long gone by the time Trinity Rail even started making these, but I think it's a cool what if Conrail was still had trains such as hopper cars, locomotives, and such. So we'll go ahead and get this in a train and see what it looks like. Okay, we put the 2 hopper cars in a train. I set this train up for the next video I'm going to be creating, which I'll leave that a secret for right now. You'll have to check it out to see what the next video is going to be about. And but I'll give you a clue. It's about end deliveries. And we'll be talking a little bit about Conrail shared assets during this. next video. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and run our review cars in this train, which is headed by Lionel Conrail SD40-2 with a SD40 leading, or trailing, that is. Enjoy, and see you next video round.
This is the dispatcher. Do you copy? Copy that, dispatcher. Over. Okay, start her up. Stand by for track orders. Copy that. Ready to start this trip. Out.